James Dorsey is a senior fellow at the Rajaratnam School of International Studies in Nanyang Technological University. He joins me now from Singapore. Relations between the UK and China have not been good lately, but what does these latest round of sanctions likely mean for their future relationship?
Well, I think what you're seeing is a tit for tat that is indeed primarily symbolic, but really means that any constructive debate is not going anywhere. Now, part of the problem is that you have two fundamentally different narratives. You have the narrative of the West, which is critical of Chinese human rights practice in various areas, and which is framed in terms of international law. And you have the narrative coming out of Beijing, which is really the stern father telling his child, "You are incorrect. You have to mend your ways." And that's not really a debate that's going to go anywhere. And I think the key here is, particularly for Western nations, that they need to find a way of getting the message across that leads to some sort of constructive dialogue and maybe resolution of issues.
Right. You talk about how these sanctions are largely symbolic because many of these individuals who are being sanctioned in the UK don't actually even do direct business with China. So what's the message that China is trying to send by targeting these specific individuals that it has sanctioned?
I mean, I think what China, even broader than that, is trying to do is trying to impose its narrative and make clear that there is a price to pay if you are willing to publicly criticize China and, for example, the brutal crackdown in Xinjiang. And that's obviously not a way that one can conduct a dialogue or a discussion, nor is it a way that one can conduct business. That doesn't mean that those that have been sanctioned now by China, if they are at all affected, it's not going to be assets because they don't have assets in China. It simply will mean that they can't travel there, which again doesn't contribute to an exchange. I think if the Chinese were really smart, and if they truly had nothing to hide, they would open the door to an unfettered and non-stage managed visit to Xinjiang, in which the reality on the ground would become clear. But they're obviously not willing to do that, not simply for reasons of national pride, because I think it's a picture they don't want the world to see.
Right. China clearly doesn't seem willing to allow people in to see what's actually going on in Xinjiang. And China really, as you said, does seem like it wants to impose its narrative. It doesn't really seem like it's willing to make any efforts to compromise. So how can Western nations continue to have relations and trade relations with China without compromising on the issue of human rights?
I think there are two things. First of all, there's a cost to China for this. As China rises, as we get the competition in all kinds of areas like technology between the United States and China, soft power is going to count. The way the Chinese are handling their foreign policy, their media relations, soft power is not going to be something that they will be able to garner. So this is hurting the Chinese as much as it may or may not hurt those that China has sanctioned. I think the way forward is going to be a balance of trying to rebuild, to some degree, areas of confidence. For example, you could take steps when it comes to the past expulsion or curtailment of media organizations of Western countries in China, and of Chinese state-run media organizations in the West. There are these little steps that you could do, which hopefully would open up at least a crack. But I don't think we're going to make real progress on any of these issues anytime soon.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. James Dorsey in Singapore, thank you.